what will you do if there will be insect that wants to... Man, those triggers are insane. The fact that we're alive, we went back to 20, man, while also getting better creatures and better board. And here it is, again. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today creatures that do not die, and when they are supposed to die, they actually come back stronger. Why? Because of Valkyrie's Call. 5 mana enchantment, and whenever non-token, non-angel creature dies, it goes back to the battlefield. It's an angel with flying and +1/+1 counters. So, your opponent will never kill them, but don't you worry, we do their work for them. We sacrifice those creatures like there's no tomorrow. With this, you can literally sacrifice the whole board moment the Valkyrie's Call is entering the battlefield, and then all of the creatures come back stronger, and you also get the death trigger. So it's very easy to go super wide with this deck. You can actually even trigger Vito, Fanatic of Aclazotz 3 times in this deck, and with Braids, you will see how crazy value this card gives. Basically, you're drawing to the card that you sacrifice, and then you get some extra. With Innocence, we also draw cards whenever this or this dies, for example, because then a new creature enters the battlefield and the power is 1, so you draw a card. So guys, I think you will like it. We'll talk more in the outro. For now, let's go to the gameplay, and really thank you for all the wishes for Christmas. Really appreciate it. It was heartwarming, so thank you guys for this, and have fun. Alright, we're going first, and you know what? I like this hand. We don't have 1-drops, which always is a pain in this kind of decks, but we have Enduring Innocence and triggers out of Pilgrim, so that's nice. That's nice. I really want to run, because they cannot counter it, so let's set it up while we can. This should be Oculus deck as usually, right? So we will go Innocence. Man, this is such a fun interaction. You can play Innocence, and when you have some kind of sacrifice fodder, you can actually sacrifice it in response to removal that exiles or something. Alright. I really don't want this to get countered. This would be absolutely brutal. But they're playing a dance, so you know what, I think we still play it. If they have it, it will just hurt, but if I don't play this, they will just use it for Moment of Truth or something. That's probably the play. Now they can bounce it, but that's okay, because that means they used the full turn basically for this. And we still got 2 extra damage. We definitely need to start playing lands though. Don't Oculus into reanimate me, please. Please, I'm tapped, I cannot remove it. Alright, thank you. Appreciate it. Alright, now we can go with this. Okay, you know what? I think we are in decent spot. Now we will have open mana. We can play this, and soon we will have the Valkyrie score. We just need a land from the top. At some point. Let's see it. They don't have Oculus. They cannot play it. They need, I believe, 6 cards in the graveyard. Alright, here it goes. This might give them the reanimation, but that's actually okay, because then we have Go for the Throat exactly for this, and they will be too tapped to counter it. Oh, the Mentor. Mentor is amazing, because it will create 2 creatures before we can remove it. Oh, especially if they go for 1 mana. Oh, that's so good. I wonder if they have protection spells here. I really hope they don't. I really don't hope they don't, but they might. Normally when you play Mentor you have protection spells. That's the whole point of the card. Okay, into the Flute Maw is absolutely fine. They will get the token, which is good for them, but now if we miss on the land we have a play. And we actually did not miss a land. They have a lot of bounce, so I will go with this. And of course they are tapped. Alright, you know what? This is interesting. If we can draw some extra cards, like we are really behind. It feels like we are behind, right? Because we didn't have good enough opening, right? We didn't have 1-drop, we didn't have Braids, so it always feels a little bit slower. Recommission already. Okay, we will have to fight this board, it seems. They have only 3 cards, but they can cycle into the next cards. So, alright. The problem is I don't have a sacrifice engine yet. I can set it up, but it will be a little bit slow. So I think we go for Pilgrim. No, we should go Valkyrie's Call. It's tempting to block here. No, because if we play this, we will get better trade on the next turn. Well, this is nice. Alright, let's go. I think we can play like this. We go with this. We do not... So if they block it, we get a very nice value. Right? I think we are getting nice value. Actually, I'm not sure. Maybe we don't. Maybe we don't. Because it will have more power, right? So it's still okay. Alright. Good. We got a good deal. And now we can block with Vraan, potentially. So if they attack, we have basically guaranteed Angel. On the next turn it will be better because we can play Pilgrim, Sage, and instantly start getting those Angels. And I think honestly we might be able to outpower our opponent. Oh boy. This shouldn't be enough damage to kill. I think we wait for the next turn because Vraan will be absolutely amazing, right? We can also sacrifice on one turn, on our turn, and on their turn. Honestly, I think we can outvalue them. Very nice draw. Very nice draw. Let's play this. This is super important. We need to resolve this. Because this is our sacrifice effect. Perfect. We also get the card. Nice, nice, nice. I don't want to attack with Vraan because I think we can lowball it for like one extra turn for 2 additional triggers. That like this is indirect damage, so if they stack infinite board, as this deck does it, they still can die to you know, the direct burn basically. And now we need to sacrifice something. Let's play this, see if that sticks. Life gain is super important. And we want the flyer with the Sage probably. Alright, this is nice. Man, look at this synergy. Oh, we are drawing cards, we are making it an angel, and we are getting something else as well. Sure. So, okay, let's wait. There are so many triggers on the stack. Prowess, 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 prowess. Okay, so if I sacrifice it, it's better. So let's do it. Oh, we won't have a flyer. Oh no, the angel is a flyer. That's great. We will have 2 angels. Oh, what? Non-angel? Yeah, it is an angel. Oh, right. It's a vampire knight angel. Alright, good, good. I think this is fine. And now we can keep sacrificing on their turn. Man, this was all completely messy, man. Those triggers are confusing, but I think we did pretty nicely. And now we can create more flying angels in the combat phase, so this Djinn will probably never hit us in the face. And every time we can literally drain them without ever attacking. It's super important because this deck can create infinite tokens if, you know, they get going basically. Alright, what will you do if there will be insect that wants to... Man, those triggers are insane. The fact that we are alive, we went back to 20, man, while also getting better creatures and better board. And here it is, again. Oh my, man, this is actually insane. I could try it against it. Alright, let's try it against it. Do they have the pump spell? I didn't see any pump spell so far. So it should trade nicely. I'll take it, man. I'll take it. Oh man, and we still have Sacrifice Engine here, right? And we also have another one here. And that was their Djinn. That their best card of the deck, basically. Well, maybe after Oculus. Oculus is probably by far the most powerful card in this deck. I still think the Oculus version is better, to be honest, but yeah. It's fine. Alright. Bring it on. I think we are winning this. We also have a flyer. Oh, they actually play Mentor, Oculus, and Djinn. 12 cards. Alright, sure. Okay, how do we do it? Alright. So, we could actually make so many angels if we want. But is it worth it? And we need to pay mana for... I think this is actually better. We just go with this. And of course we're doing more cards. Oh my god. Oh my god. Man, with this, the game is so over. Alright. Absolutely love it. So let's go with flyers. And Death Toucher, no, we don't need it. We don't need it. That should be good enough. I should probably count, but I think we have enough damage to just keep it rolling. When they block this, we sacrifice it. And we get the flyer for blocking. Oh, they actually took all the damage. Really? Isn't that lethal? I think it's lethal. We sacrifice this. We drain them by... Man, this deck is insane. And don't forget, this is basically the best deck of the format here. And I think we can sacrifice a little bit more. because then we get those triggers, and everything that gets sacrificed gets back as the engine, and that's it. Alright, not amazing hand, to be absolutely honest. This one is way better, I'll take it. And this should give us enough mana. Alright, so we will miss the first turn, but it will get us better turns in the future. And we need to steal some extra value with Braids, that's for sure. And this is nice. However, they played the colors that have a lot of removal, so I will go for reinforcements first. Because they're way more resilient to removal. Let's see if they hold the mana or they play something. Red Knight. Oh, they are greedy. We love it. Not only tapped, but also with no board. They thought that we might be ours of control, but we are absolutely not. And now I can go with Braids. Start sacrificing those creatures for extra damage. And that should be... Man, this turn... Like, remember the last turn? Well, this one is completely different. And we sacrifice the token, because this works better with the, you know, angel thing. Because tokens don't trigger the angel resurrection. Alright, and now they are in a pickle. Here's Glissa. Extremely powerful card, that's for sure. How do we... I think we just will champ block it for days. I think that's the play. We can go this. We want to be mana efficient. We cannot block this ever, so we will just go with Resolute Reinforcements. I honestly still like this play. I think we should win. As long as Braids is here, we always get more value. And I want all the mana because we have quite expensive cards sometimes. And we start draining. They are down to 12. We have 4 blockers, and if they attack, they actually cannot use Glissa for defense. Tapland is absolutely devastating here because they want to double remove on this turn, like super hard. Alright, oh man, they are trying to fight for the board, but their board is way weaker than ours. And they think we don't have good blockers, but we absolutely do. We actually even drain them more. And now we can attack because they don't have good blockers. Oh man, I don't think it's working for them. It's actually not working at all. And we don't need colored... Well, we don't want to take the pain. Alright, so we can attack for sure with this. We can go with the Sanctuary, which is incredible amounts of damage. Yeah, like honestly, with this we will win, right? Alright, so we go definitely this. If they block Braids, well, the sacrifice is super neat. I think we just roll with this because we can use it for blocking as well. That's fine. That's fine. 2 damage acquired. And now we get the card. I think we want this. Alright, down to 6 because they cannot sacrifice Glissa. And we have another for the Valkyrie Skull. We need to be careful because this is an enchantment, so Glissa can kill it. So after we play it, we need to start defending the board, and we cannot take face damage with Glissa. But I don't think it should be a problem. Like, you can see that we are draining them so hard with not even attacking. It's 4 damage a turn. Alright, that's good for them. And they will probably swing, hoping that... Alright. I thought they will try to force a Braids block, but of course we wouldn't block. Alright, so we can have the first angel, but it's not needed right now. What we will do is this, into this, into reinforcements, and this will be the board that they cannot really break. And don't forget we're doing cards, and soon we can activate this ability. I never thought we will. And we have all the same amount of creatures right now. So there's no point for them to... Oh, that's smart. Alright, let's play it. They forced our hand, and now they don't really have a choice, so the fact that we drew the second one is just a bad draw, but with Bat, it actually might be a very good one. We'll see. We probably want 1 more land, because the President sacrifices without mana, this one sacrifices with 1 mana, so we cannot just play this directly into full sacrifice. Alright, and now they cannot block, and after a Braids trigger, they have to start sacrificing creatures because they will die. They are going to 6, so they will get a little bit more time. Oh, 7. I guess it's 7. Oh, I thought it gains 2. So, we probably want to pressure them. They have only 1 mana, and is it a fight spell? Oh my god, this... Okay, this is really good for them. This is really good for them. Okay, without Braids, we might have some issues, but we still have bigger board. I think we might play the Valkyrie Skull, because then every time they kill a creature, they lose basically cards on this. If they want to get the card, go for it. We don't have enchantments, we don't have counters, they can only draw card. And that also deals damage. So it might not be as good as they want it to be. Alright guys. So what we go for is this and this. Yeah, because we keep the tokens for blocking. Non-tokens for blocking, because we get them back. So it's very hard to remove this. Do they already have the combo? They already played 2 fight spells. They should absolutely not have the third one. But from the confidence, it seems that they are. Oh man, if I had 1 mana, this play wouldn't do nothing. Alright, but it's only 1 damage, right? And we are getting the creature back. So honestly, I'm fine with it. And this one is actually better. And this is so crazy. I will keep the creature. No, because we might attack with Soulstone Sanctuary or a Fortress. They're at 4. So it's very close to killing them. If I block this, I get the creature back. Cool, man. This is so bad for them. They are removing creatures and nothing dies. We will go with this guy. We could also go the Breaker. How do we deal damage? We attack with this, they block this, they go to 5, and they can also block this. Alright, I think we activate everything and that's enough to win. I think that's enough to win. And let's actually go for this. They cannot block both. So 1-3 damage goes through. Alright guys, we're going first. We have a lot of 1-drops that absolutely love to be sacrificed. And they're just waiting for the second black mana, so we can just sacrifice all of them. Man, the sacrifice fodder from those cards is just insane. And they already have a duress. Alright, hurts, but we have more of this stuff. However, I would love to draw, you know, something. Let's go for the insect maybe. Definitely good for them, but more important is the fact that we actually cannot hit the land. So if we get mana screwed, needless to say, we are in a very bad position. However, we are not in a very bad position. Our opponent doesn't know if we drew a land or not. So I can double... I mean, this is enough to block. So I think we just attack. Do they want to... Well, to be honest, is that even worth it? No, alright. I changed my mind. I wanted to do it, but I think it's not worth it in the end. And because we lose one of them, and that might be important later. So let's go. 3 creatures for days. Man, this is such a huge synergy. You basically draw a free card. Man, we just removed this for basically a trigger. Because we still have a 3-3 and our opponent doesn't. I expect Braids to die. Alright, good for us, good for us. Okay, so we could attack, but it's not amazing. I think we definitely go with Infestation Sage. I think we keep Braids and keep sacrificing stuff. Like, we are in a good spot here. If we attack with Braids, they will always trade. Let's just play everything. Alright, and let's go with this one. And every turn we'll get more power that goes around the slasher. And as you can see, they don't want to sacrifice it, and we basically cycled a card into a same card with 2 extra damage. Alright, absolutely love it. Let's get more stuff. We might actually try to raise them, because we have way better stuff than them. We probably want to play it now. We'll sacrifice the Linkbreaker. Oh, this is so... So, you know what? I think we go like this. We actually want to kill Geeks. Because then we can push more damage. We just need to make sure that we can survive Slasher and Bloodletter combo. Because this is already, what, 6-8 damage on this turn? So this will speed up very quickly. They have like 1 or 2 turns to try to control the game. Alright, so do we go with the Linkbreaker? They might sacrifice a land. Yeah, I think we go for it. And I really don't want to get rid of Slash. And as you can see, we keep sacrificing creature, we get a new creature, and we also get another new creature. So with this we can just keep playing the game out of basically Braids alone. And this is definitely more scary, because it will deal enormous amounts of damage. And maybe we'll be forced to go very wide. Alright, this is interesting. So how do I want to play this? I have enough flyers to keep blocking, but it will be slow. Alright, I think we go like this. We need to take those insects. We need to be careful about the life, especially that they can play Annex soon. Okay, this is an interesting card. I would love to pump this, but it has Summoning Sickness still. Do we try to go around this? No, because they will deal 2 more damage, so I think we need to roll with this. Well, we might attack on the next turn though. This is how much damage, let's count. I need to take at least one, but they will remove 1 insect. I don't think this is the turn when we can attack. We need more time. Alright, so we sacrifice this guy. We take 2 damage and our opponent potentially takes 2 damage, but we'll see. Alright, we have enough flyers to block this for forever, but we need, like, the problem is that moment there's so much going on. So Duress Mist, we basically want to make sure that Enduring Innocence hits with all the pump from those cards. You know what? This should go fine. Let's go with the Linkbreaker. Man, you have so much sacrifice fodder in this deck, it's actually crazy. And we are against Orzhov, and oh boy, we'll have to do work here. Do we already kill it? They will never. Oh, okay. Maybe they will attack and we can Resolute Reinforcements this. If not, we'll just work with it. They probably need to tap more than 1 mana, so they can keep up with us, and that means they're tapped, and then we can make some plays. This is Esper Enchantments. This is very interesting. Alright, so this will be a 2-2. We can still block it. So I would love to use Resolute Reinforcements as the removal, but we'll see if we can do it. They will maybe play another thing, but I'm not sure. They might be holding this hexproof thing. Oh, this is interesting, right? So if we... Okay. I think we actually let it through, because if I cast this, they will protect it. If I double block, they will not really protect it with hexproof, but they will just pump it to 4-4. So it's still kind of the same. And here's Pixie. They will take the talent, probably. Alright, let's see the target. I'm kinda fine with this. This is a little bit of extra value, but that means that Scavenger is out. And I do not mind it one bit. Alright. Do we need to... Yeah, we definitely want to ramp something extra. So let's go with this. We can start attacking. We still want to drain them, because at some point we want to, you know, basically kill them with all the drain effects like Braids and stuff. And we probably... Well, this is kinda interesting. Right, I will play it now. Resolute Reinforcements is nice, but I think this is a little bit better. Death Touch is a difference. So now they don't have anything that gets pumped with enchantments. The Otter is getting +1/+1, it's only for 1 turn, and we can still block it. Alright, so 1 Otter, not very scary play, only 4 cards to go. Pixie and probably another Otter. Alright, I guess it's something. This one can block, yeah. And this one is pretty good, I have to say, this is a pretty good one. It's only 2 damage, but they want to pump it. So honestly, they will get I think it's worth it. I honestly think it's worth it, because they need to play another card from their hand, they need to fully tap, and then they get 1/1. Yeah, so as you can see, it's actually beneficial for us. We traded 1/1, and they still needed to use the card on top of this. And I think this should be a good moment. This hurts. Not gonna lie, this hurts. Alright. I mean... We can double block, but we are not getting the value. I will try to be a little bit more defensive here, because I'm not sure how exactly they want to play it out, and depending on how much mana they will leave, we might multi-block if we see, you know, some reasoning. Innocence can die because it will lifelink and still get the full effect, but those guys, I would like to keep at least one of them for the next turn so we can keep drawing cards. We have Resolute Reinforcements, but it could be for their turn. Right, so we try to draw on our turn and on our opponent's turn. It won't be easy, but maybe we can do it. Alright, let's go with this. So, how much they can pump it? I'm honestly not sure. 3-3 seems like a given. I think we go like this, because then the creature dies and we still draw a card. So I think it's good. I think it's good. And this will be a mercenary. I mean, we can pump it, so that's nice. So I think they will kill both of them, but we still draw a card. Alright. Okay, 2 mana. Good for them, but still it drained one of their best cards from the whole deck. So I'm kinda okay with it. We know they have this, and that's probably the only priority. If we can play this right now, I will go with it. I will go with it. The Painland, of course, hurts a lot, but if we can draw some cards with this on this turn, that means if they attack with the Otter, we can draw another card, so I think it's worth it. Alright, this is the type of card we wanted. Activate only as a sorcery. I mean, we can just swing here. We can just swing here. Should be good enough. We want to keep, you know, some mild pressure, especially with Executioner. Like, this card can deal a lot of damage. We have also Fortress and Sanctuary. So, first you usually want to activate the Sanctuary because it persists, and then you can use the Fortress. But we'll see, we'll see. Definitely a very close game so far. This town ain't big enough is extremely powerful in this kind of deck, so this is one of their best cards. The Pixies with flying are a huge problem. I probably want to start live gaining somehow. I probably will go with Innocence, pump it to 3 attack and go from there basically. Here they go. Alright, 5 damage. And that's it. So they actually want to try to pressure us like this. Let's see what they do with the rest of the mana. They still have some. Man, the flying is the only problem here, because we actually have board advantage here. Alright, this is kinda okay. Not super happy about the pain, but I think it's worth. Man, this is a very interesting turn, because we can try to not only draw cards, which is amazing. This was the card I needed since such a long time. So we just need to survive this turn, because I was waiting for exactly this. Flying, live gain, creating more flying black demons. Yeah, black vampire demon creature. Oh my god, that's cool. So, we want to attack with this one. They will probably, I would guess, not block. Hope, I guess we can attack more. This should be good enough. So we keep this one for blocking, because it's better when it dies. Oh, they went for it. That's great. That's great. Did we play land this turn? We already drew. Because if we could draw a land, we could still play it, but I guess it's a little bit too late. Oh my god, so good at the game. So good at the game. So I think we go Braids, because we actually need to live gain a little bit. Very unfortunate, because this was exactly the type of draws. Those 3 cards were the draws that we missed for the full game. So I think we go with this one. This has flying, so we get a little bit more extra. So our opponent can sacrifice the Otter, they didn't. But now we have a blocker and we got 2 life. So I mean, we are on literally verge of stabilizing, man. Oh my god, I really hope no, this will be exactly lethal. They have a little bit more here, but honestly, I think if we got a little bit better draw, the game was ours. I would love to have a little bit slower deck on our opponent's side, so we can, you know, just get some cool board going. On the draw definitely always feels awkward, right? Because you want to keep pressuring, so they have to answer it, then you go for the cool synergies and you outvalue them. As haste on something. Alright. Normally you play it with like Viper or stuff, but they don't have it. Actually don't have it. I want to play Innocence on the next turn. So I think we go with Resolute Reinforcements. It's more resistant to removal, and then we go Innocence, which is also very resistant to removal. For Mirror. Alright. Oh boy, this will be scary, won't it? Oh, that explains a lot. Well, that's a 6 damage out of nowhere. Of course, we will try to... I think we'll block. This is kinda important. I could play this and try to outvalue and trade it, but I don't think it's worth it. Alright, I know this is greedy, but I actually won't block. I think we need more power in the board. Alright, so we don't have 1-drop, so that means we are going for Innocence on this turn. And we see what happens. We see what happens. Do we attack? No. Let's try to be defensive, because they apparently have a lot of hasters, and now everything can get haste. Alright, equip creatures, you control, sure. Well, that's interesting. Is that good enough? We can just play this. Alright, I'll take it. I think it's worth it. Because we life gain, we destroy the creature, so basically we negated their full turn with half of our card. And I think this puts us a little bit ahead. Yeah, they can equip, but you can see they didn't make any progress this turn. Oh boy, I think it's too early for this. I think what we have to do... Well, we want to play a creature, that's for sure. I think we go like this. Because we want to keep drawing cards every turn and try to slow the game a little bit. We do not attack because we are kinda winning the long game. We won't be able to block this, but I think we can block the other stuff. Yeah, and we kill it now. So it doesn't get hexproof. Or the ward. Alright, I think that's cool. I think we are doing pretty fine. And now every turn we can start doing more cards. Oh, I could take this damage. You know what? We are going with it. I'm so greedy, but I honestly think it's worth it. Because we will get better creatures on the next turn, and we should have enough blockers. And here... Oh man, we can go more. No, let's go with this. Let's go with the Valkyrie's Call. And this has to be a small creature, so not yet. Not yet. We cannot sacrifice itself, so we actually will have to block with the Resolute Reinforcements. We keep the, you know, our cool legend vampire for blocking, and I mean, here you go, they just cannot handle the might of those angels. The fact that every creature when sacrificed goes back to the battlefield is so funny. Flying makes a big of a difference, like the fact that you can re-raise them, especially like you have Braids, you have Vraan the Executioner, and even Vito. This also drains if you sacrifice 2 permanents or creatures in the same turn. It actually stacks super hard, especially that early game you have very good 1 and 2 drops, so most likely you dealt some cheap damage, and suddenly when they are at 8, it's not comfortable for your opponent. With flying, Braids and all those triggers, you can actually go for above their whole board, and even if they stabilize, they still cannot really stabilize. So yeah, there's so many interactions with this deck, but before we talk about them, a huge thank you to our amazing patrons for supporting the channel, always having our back, being a bro. Thank you guys, it's really appreciated, and yeah, I hope we are delivering on some cool decks, because this one was something that is completely out of my usual style, but you know what, I've seen those cards and thought, well, this would make fun, right? If we go Valkyrie's Call, the fact is that you need Sacrifice Engine, because when your opponent sees this, they will never kill any of your creatures ever again. Like, they will avoid it like fire, so you need to do it for yourself, and especially like having the Presidio and Braids is such a good synergy, because you can drop it on turn 5 and already start getting the value, and even getting one single creature like with Braids and Resolute Reinforcements, this gets you so ahead that probably you won't die, and then your value starts kicking in. So honestly, I really like this kind of deck. Infestation Sage and Linkbreaker are extremely efficient. Like, those 1-drops are literally 2 for 1, and both of the instances for the creatures can block, contrary for like for example like this white might poison thing that cannot block, right, the token. So those are fully like statted creatures, 1-drops, and this one even has the upside of flying, which makes a difference sometimes, because there are quite a lot of like Bloodletters, you know, Archfiend of the Dross, so sometimes, and of course the Ritual Demon from the Annex, so this actually can save your life more than you think. And yeah, with Enduring Innocence, our draw engine basically doesn't die. Together with Braids, you can get so many extra cards. You don't even need like Fountain Pores for triggering this, just tokens are enough. So yeah, we didn't trigger Vito as much as I would love to. I even increased it to 3 so we can start seeing it. I think if there's home for Vito, this is this kind of deck. To be absolutely honest, I tried the Eternal Pilgrim, but the fact that you need to pay 1 mana is actually a super big deal. However, we are playing 4 of Presidios, so you know, we won't go into the 5th one, but I think this could be, for example, Resolute Reinforcements. This card super performed. Not only it's hard to remove, it's annoying, it's a great sacrifice fodder, it's flash speed, so most of the time you will catch a little bit better deal than usually, and still you can get it back with the call and it creates another token. So this is a lot of small value packed, and when you start playing you will see that it stacks very quickly. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed it. This was an interesting video and I hope you had fun. So thank you for watching as always, thank you for being, you know, super cool, all the wishes, it is really appreciated, and I hope you had absolutely amazing time during Christmas. And yeah, just thank you for watching and see you guys tomorrow.